Thinking about moving to Calgary and wondering what the Northwest is all about? You're in the right place. Today, we're going to be talking about schools, commute times, hospitals, parks, transit, the best roads to take, and home prices, of course, and where to get the best cup of coffee that's not a 30-minute drive away. Let's jump into the Google Maps today, and I'll show you what living in the Northwest is all about. If you're even thinking about moving to Calgary and want help finding the right Northwest community, book a call with me. We'll go through your options. We'll go through the best communities in the Northwest, some of the ones that aren't so great, but still great options. Let's figure it out together before you start blindly clicking MLS links at 2 in the morning. Let's define the segment of Northwest that we're going to focus on here today. Obviously, the Northwest is a huge quadrant, but MLS signifies only certain portions of it, Northwest versus North Central. So today, we're going to be looking at the communities and area all the way out from Rocky Ridge into Bowness, down into the Hillhurst area here, up into Trywood, Brentwood, and then up into Citadel. This is primarily the Northwest section that we'll be focusing on here today. Up into here, this is called North on MLS now, okay? First up, for high schools, we're going to look at just the senior highs here in town in the Northwest. There's too many junior highs and elementary schools to focus on, so we're going to look at the 5 high schools in Calgary's Northwest. So yeah, with William Churchill here in Brentwood, home of the Bulldogs. This school is big. It's one of the bigger ones in the city, one of the bigger ones with the CBE, the Calgary Board of Education. There's about 850 kids per grade, 10, 11, and 12. That's a big school. You're certainly going to go through school not knowing some of your classmates. Moving a little south is William Aberhart. Aberhart is another bigger school here. It's in the Banff Trail area. We've spoken on the Banff Trail community in the past. Lots of rental turnover there. Lots of rentals. People are turning their homes into rentals because of the proximity to the University of Calgary and to downtown. Lots of infills, half duplexes going up in this community as well. So more of a rental community versus that family feel that you'll get in some of the others. All right, moving up into Bowness. Bowness is an older, bigger high school as well. It's down here in Bowness. Lots of good streets in Bowness. Lots of streets that are a little bit dodgy. Okay, and certainly when you are in Bowness as well, if you're looking to purchase, you certainly want to be away from the train. This is like a Canada Rail train. This is the big train hauling grain. It runs through the community, so you certainly want to be a little bit further away from that, but just something to consider there when you're into that Bowness area. All right, the last high school here in this section is Robert Thirsk. Robert Thirsk is right beside the Crowfoot Crossing, which is the shopping center. Lots of amenities there and stuff. A great spot. Robert Thirsk is also right beside the library up here in that Crowfoot Arbor Lake area. Arbor Lake's really cool, obviously, as it is one of the few true lake communities that we have here in the Northwest. Southwest has a lot more, but this one is pretty cool if you can actually get a home that is right on the lake there. So homeowners association here will give everyone access to the lake, but of course those premium spots are going to be right on the lake. So there you go, Robert Thirsk, home of the Comets, I believe. They're up here in the Northwest section of Calgary Northwest. And if you're of the Catholic faith, there is a Catholic school in the Northwest, and that is St. Francis. It's just a stone's throw across the park, kind of there, from William Aberhart. It's located here on Northmount Drive. Northmont Drive's very busy, especially during school times and drop-offs and pickups with buses and all that kind of stuff. But if you're in the Northwest, Catholic, this is going to be your option here. There is another option I haven't really looked into, but St. Timothy's in Cochrane. It's my understanding they can take some kids in Calgary Northwest. That would probably only be applicable to anyone kind of in Rocky Ridge, Royal Oak, or Tuscany to hop out on the 1A to get to Cochrane. Otherwise, it's probably a little bit too far. Catholic, you're going to be at St. Francis, home of the Browns. Major roads. Now we're going to look at the busy roads, the main roads, the artery system of Calgary Northwest. Okay, Stoney Trail. Let's start with the biggest one. Stoney Trail wraps around the entire city as our ring road now. Took years to get completed. It was full of construction nightmares and timing issues, but it's done. It's a really easy way for anyone in these outskirt communities to really get around the entire city. Tuscany, Rocky Ridge, Royal Oak. It's easy to hop on Stoney Trail, make it to Costco for everything you need there, or even to hop over to the airport. It's super quick from this area. Crowchild splits into the middle here of the Northwest. Crowchild is the 1A. It goes out to Cochrane if you want to take the back section to Cochrane. That's right here. I moved here 25 years ago. Crowchild was a nightmare. And now Crowchild is great. There's only a couple spots where it's really a pain in the butt in terms of traffic can kind of build up during rush hour. And really that's probably into the 24th Ave here, a section right beside the university, which is understandable. Everyone coming from downtown and then splitting off eventually. And of course, 16th. 16th is, of course, Highway 1, which takes you out towards Banff and out to BC that way. But it runs here through this section here. Traffic's busy on that road for sure at most times because it's obviously a major highway. Northwest is great. It's certainly less commercial feeling like somewhere in McLeod Trail in that Haysboro area or down in the south. So it's really easy to get around. You have these side streets here, major trails of Sarcee, Shaganappy, and then John Laurie as well. It runs parallel to Crowchild, a great option if you don't want to be on Crowchild, and you just take John Laurie, which then turns into McKnight and spits you over to Deerfoot, which is subject for a different video. Next up is hospitals. The Northwest is great because it has two major hospitals. First, we have the Foothills Medical Center. This is a large hospital, easy to get to, Crowchild 16th, lots of things here if you ever needed them, and having it close is certainly a blessing. Sometimes with those hospitals, people who work there want to live close by. So you have doctors, you have medical professionals wanting to live close by, which then allows for Parkdale, West Hillhurst, University Heights here, and St. Andrews Heights for sure, where the rich people live. That's where the people who work at the hospital, they want to live. And so that's where these home prices in this area can be inflated due to the proximity of the hospital, as well as it is very close to the University of Calgary. And of course, the second hospital, I hope you never have to go there, is the Alberta Children's Hospital. Located here essentially on the campus of University of Calgary and in the just south of the University District. So again, hopefully you never have to go, but if you're in the Northwest, it is super fast to get here with the major roads of Shaganappy and 16th and Crowchild, which can get you there quite quickly if there ever was an emergency. So if proximity to healthcare matters for you, there's certainly great communities around the hospitals which are quick to get to, Brentwood, into the Tri-Wood area, and Varsity. They're going to be a little bit cheaper than that St. Andrews Heights location. We've talked about the major roads, which are easy for buses when you do have to take the bus system to the LRT. In Calgary, we call it the C train. In Edmonton, it's the E train. Here in Calgary, the C train is a great resource of getting downtown easily, quickly, and getting home safely from that Flames game. Starting from the outskirts of the Northwest, we have the Tuscany station. Tuscany, it is up here at the northeast section. It services people in Tuscany who want to take the train downtown. There's a bridge. People from Royal Oak can walk across the street and take the train down. It's really a great, convenient spot. Side note, I used to live right here. First house that we ever bought. Which is really cool. Its value when we ended up selling was really helped by this C train being here. You could walk to the train. It's a really great location. So moving down Crowchild, the next stop is of course here at Crowfoot. So the Crowfoot station here, you're just a little bit further ahead. It's great for the Scenic Acres crew, the Arbor Lake people who want to make it downtown. There's lots of parking on the south side of Crowchild. That's the Crowfoot location. Up next, we have Dalhousie. Dalhousie is great as well, servicing Varsity, servicing Dalhousie, those people who want to hop on the train. Lots of parking here as well. Another benefit, of course, it's at the station, Dalhousie Station. This is called, so it's easy to hit Earl's for a beer after, Boston Pizza for wing night, or to grab a coffee before you're headed downtown from that Dalhousie station. Next up is Brentwood Station. Brentwood, of course, is my home community. So this C train being here is super convenient if I ever do go downtown for Stampede or a Flames game or something like that, when I don't have that fancy parking pass. So this is Brentwood here. There is lots of parking at the Brentwood station, again on the south side. If you do live in Brentwood, you can walk to the train. There is a bridge across. It's super convenient, and again, it is at the Brentwood Shopping Center here, banks, co-op, Starbucks. There's a Freshco here now as well. So if you are hitting a pub after work, you have several options here as well too. And of course, the University Station. University of Calgary is obviously a big deal here in town, and having the access to the C train right there is great for all of those university workers and students as well. So University Station, another stop along Crowchild, and then Banff Trail. Banff Trail is a little bit off of Crowchild, but it's only a block off there. And one of the huge benefits of this is right near McMahon Stadium. And so McMahon Stadium, of course, hosts our Calgary Stampeders. And to hit a game, hop on the C train, have a few drinks, $12 each, watch the Stamps win, hop on the train and go home, right? It's Banff Trail right there. Next up, and the last one in the Northwest here is Lions Park. Lions Park is just south of 16th here at another shopping center, which is North Hill Shopping Center. This one can be a little bit dodgy. Unfortunately, there's some homeless situations right around this area. And so you just have to be careful that if you're purchasing, you don't want to be kind of too close to this shopping center. And hopefully you'll have no problems. So that's it. That's C trains here in the Northwest. Super easy to use them and get around. I have a truck. I drive everywhere in my truck. But if I do go downtown, we're taking the train. So again, living close to the C train adds value to your home, but you don't want to live too close in case there is any transient issues or bottle collectors or things like that. Next up, a Northwest flex is Market Mall. Market Mall is great. It has really turned over in the last few years. It is, of course, located in this Varsity area here. It is easy to get to, lots of parking, lots of great stores. People actually shop here. It's not just window shopping like say, the new section of Chinook, where it's really high-end stuff. There is everyday type stuff here, multiple Starbucks options, 2 or 3 shoe stores, which is great for me. It's a really good spot here in the Varsity area. Anchor stores. The Bay is leaving, so we'll see what goes in there. There's a great food court here as well. And as a bonus, it's of course right next to the Alberta Children's Hospital and U of C. So easy to get to for those university students or parents looking for a relief if they're at the Children's Hospital. It's a nice central amenity that saves from driving across town. Let's talk about house prices. Really, there's 3 or 4 tiers of house pricing here. Think of these zones like a role-playing character. There's different levels. There's 1, 2, 3, and then ultimate. We have this outer band here of Tuscany, Rocky Ridge, and Royal Oak. It's going to be a little more expensive as you move through each band into the downtown core. Downtown core, you're going to be more expensive. Older home, maybe brand new infill. It's going to affect your budget the closer you are to downtown. The same house in Tuscany versus West Hillhurst, you might be $500,000 difference, with West Hillhurst being more expensive. So that Arbor Lake, Scenic Acres area, it's going to be a little bit more expensive than the Royal Oak and Tuscany. You might get a view in Scenic Acres. Silver Springs, even more expensive, especially if you're near the golf course and there's $1 million homes there for sure.
Son of a bitch, Paul, why didn't you just go home?
And again, these newer suburbs here, they're 20 years old now, but they're considered newer. You might be that 600 as the minimum and upwards of $1.5 million if you were on the ridge or near the golf course. Brentwood and Dalhousie, you're going to be 730 as your floor into Brentwood and probably just under 700 in Dalhousie for the entry-level home, which is going to be an unrenovated bungalow at this point. And moving into the Triwood area, which is of course Brentwood, Charleswood, and Collingwood, more expensive as you get into places that are closer to the park. And then by park, I mean Confederation Park and the golf course there. You pay more, closer to downtown, but your commute's shorter. Outdoor spaces. There is some really cool green spaces in the Northwest. Each community usually has something that's really cool. The anchor in this area is of course Nose Hill Park. This is a huge park in the Northwest. Look at the size of this, you guys. It's huge. You can certainly spend hours and hours in this park. You'll often see deer running around. You'll often see porcupines, so keep your dog on a leash, but it is off leash. Just be careful. Another great section here is Bowmont Park. It's right at the river, so it's great for those dog walks or walking right beside the river, splashing your feet, showing it off to the kids. Bowmont Park, I've been there a ton with the dog. It's a really nice spot. These 2 areas are a really strong reason why people really love the Northwest. I'm at Nose Hill Park every day, hiking to the top of it. My dog hates it, but it keeps us both in shape. So back to the tiers of the Northwest. We have what's considered inner city, is this Triwood area here, Capitol Hill, Hillhurst. This is inner city. It's close to downtown, it's established, this is a walkable community. Check out this other video, which shows you the differences in suburbia versus walkable here in town. And then you have the mid-tier here in the Northwest, Brentwood, Dalhousie, into ranchlands. A little bit more affordable. Transit is accessible. There's great schools. It's a great balance of urban and suburban living. Pushing into the outer section, this is true suburbia. Rocky Ridge, Royal Oak, Tuscany. There's less amenities super close by, but they're not far away to hit Crowfoot for groceries, or you can stay in Tuscany and spend a bit more at Sobeys. Newer homes, bigger yards, generally affordable with cheaper options being in these outer rim communities. Again, think of it like a role-playing game and leveling up, that you're level 1 here and you're level 4 here with pricing in the Northwest. And everyone wants to be the boss. Well, before we wrap up here, guys, like, subscribe, leave a comment where you think you'd like to live here in the Northwest. I'd love to chat more, see if we can get you into one of these communities, see if it makes sense, see if there's another spot in the city that works for you. And if you're wondering about pricing, check out this other video, which is my latest one on the market update in the Calgary area. So that's it. That's Calgary Northwest. I call this community home. It is great. Transit, schools, Market Mall, the access to the outdoor spaces. It's a really great place to live. You want to chat about which Northwest community would work for you? Book a call. We'll go through the options. We'll dive deeper into some of the options. Have a review with me so you're not doom scrolling at 2 a.m. Check out this next video. We'll catch you on the next one.